Hey, what is up? My name is Brent Pierce. I own Round Rock Studio, a camera studio in Round Rock, Texas, which is just north of Austin, Texas. And we have a large Cyc Wall, and we also have a black space back there. And I've been running the studio for a couple years. So I just kind of wanted to go over my process and talk about the gear that I use, talk about the space, why I chose to do certain things in this studio to hopefully help out some other studio owners. So if we back up here, you will see that this is the studio. That's the Cyc Wall on that side. And then if we turn around here, you can see that there is a completely blacked out side. And people rent out this space for all kinds of stuff. We have photographers come through that do portraits. We have a bunch of music videos come through. We have YouTubers that use this place. It's quite fun to see all the different things that are created in this space. So let's start with the Cyc Wall. First of all, we had this built, and this is just concrete floor. I did not do a platform on top of the concrete. This is literally just concrete that's painted. The dimensions of this, by the way, are 20 feet by 20 feet roughly. We also have a roll-up garage door here that can roll up. We can roll gear in. We can also open it just to provide a bunch of natural light. So we do that pretty frequently. And the Cyc Wall itself, in here, there's the skeleton. So every few feet, there is a brace going through there. And then there's hardboard, which is curved up and taped and floated. So there's a seamless line right there. This curve right here is 3 feet this way and 3 feet up. So if you have a large enough space where you can do a 3-foot curve, I would definitely advise doing a 3-foot curve. We also installed a grid up here. So this bar going across here, and then that way, and that way. We installed that, and it's screwed up through the drop ceiling into the steel beams up top. So those things are sturdy. You could probably hang on them and not fall, but I am not going to test that right now. And the reason we did the grid is so we could hang these lights on the grid. I definitely didn't want a bunch of light stands having to be out here just to light the wall. So a grid was installed so we could install these lights up here. And the lights are connected to the grid just with super clamps. You could also get pipe clamps, would probably be a better solution. But currently we just have super clamps on every light. And they're also safety cabled. Remember, always safety cable those things. Because God forbid, if one were to fall on somebody, you would be in trouble. The lights that we use are Godox LD150RS, which is a mouthful. That's actually the rectangle version, which is the LD150R, but the rest of these are the S's, which means square. I think that's what it means. These lights are great. They're RGB, they're really bright, and they're controlled with an app, and I've always loved them, and they've always exceeded my expectation on every shoot. I'm not sure if Godox is still selling these, so to buy them, you might have to go third party. I pretty much bought all these used, and they worked flawlessly right out of the box. I actually did have an issue with the fan on that one being very loud, so I just stuck a zip tie in and wiggled it, and it fixed it, and now it's perfect. So those are LD150Rs and RSs. There's 5 of them up there, and all the lights up top are controlled with this iPad. We have a standalone iPad on a little tripod for the clients to use, and you just tap in here, tap the group, and then you can control everything. The intensity, color temperature. You can also go into HSI and change the colors here. And yeah, it's always quite fun. There's also some fun effects in here. It's a cool little gradient option. Party. And my personal favorite, police car. Fireworks. Totally looks like fireworks. Right? If you were to look here at somebody, totally looks like I'm looking up at fireworks. Wow. Incredible. So anyways, that is how we control the lights up top on the Cyc Wall. The key light up here is just a light to kind of start the scene. So when a client comes in here, we provide that just so if they want to start shooting as is, they can, but we always encourage people to bring their own lighting because photographers and cinematographers are particular, so they're going to want their own specific lighting setup. But we do provide at least a starting 300 watt key light to get the party started. And I think that's it for the Cyc Wall. I'm going to turn around and we can talk about the black side here. When I moved in here, I knew it would be important to just kind of have a side that's just a blank canvas that they can use for whatever. You can set up props, you can set up whatever, you can do light painting back here, it's so dark. So there's a white side over here and a black side over there. We even have the outlets taped over with gaff tape so you can't even see those. This is a very matte finish paint that we have back there. As you can see, it's a little bit different. There's shiny paint on some spots, so we definitely need to touch up that paint. Also over here, we have a table that we provide the clients. We also, hello. We have a mirror, so clients can do fit checks. Yep, okay. This is a rolling backdrop that I made. I'm gonna paint this side a dark texture and the other side a light texture. And then behind here is where we hide any extra gear that we need to hide. So there's folding chairs, there's a step ladder, there are rubber mats, there's a tall ladder, there's various things back there. And then we have C-stands over here. So with every booking, they have access to C-stands, sandbags, apple boxes, the whole 9 yards. And so that is the black side, the blank canvas over there. Let's move on to the green room. So with every booking, the clients have access to the green room. And this gets used pretty much every booking. This is just where the talent can change clothes, or if they have extra people on set, they can come in here and hang out. So we have a standing table here with some LED lights. We have some chairs I got off Amazon, a mirror that I just clamped onto that desk. So if they want to lower it, they can. Fake plants, I always recommend fake plants. Clothing rack, which gets used all the time. Random pieces of art. Chair that I got from Facebook Marketplace along with this couch. And yeah, various furniture. There is a TV up there so they can play Netflix. They can do whatever they want if they're just in here chilling. And that is the green room. That is a quick overview of my camera studio. I opened Round Rock Studio a couple years ago, and the first thing I did when I opened the studio was build this Cyc Wall. I built the brand on top of this Cyc Wall. It was definitely step number one whenever we opened up Round Rock Studio. So I help a lot of people build studios. A lot of people are opening up studios around, and I'm an open book. So if anyone has any questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to talk gear, talk techniques, branding, whatever. So anyways, thanks for watching. If you guys have any questions, let me know.